Right now, how the Madison School District and law enforcement officials are responding to separate security incidents today, including a student found with a loaded gun at Follette High School.
Plus, hospitals again are packed with COVID patients, how it is straining the healthcare system and what it could mean for care if you need it. News 3 Now at 10 starts right now.
A developing story tonight. The Madison School District and Police Department investigating a potentially threatening note found at Madison Memorial High School today. In a letter to parents this evening, the district says the note was found on a bathroom floor and referenced the Oxford High School over in Michigan. That's where 4 students were shot and killed earlier this week. The letter goes on to say, as of now, they have no reason to believe there is any security or safety risk to our school community at this time. Now, these developments coming just a few hours after police arrested a student at Follette High School this afternoon for bringing a loaded gun, this one right here, to school.
The photo was shared by the Madison Police Department. Logan Reigstad shares how school leaders and law enforcement are responding.
I feel good about one thing. We're leaving here talking about everyone was safe.
Safe after an 18-year-old student with a prior criminal record brought this handgun to class at Follette High School. Superintendent Dr. Carlton Jenkins says a concerned parent tipped off the school around 1:30 p.m. The student was arrested and could face multiple charges, including being a felon in possession of a gun. Principal Matthew Thompson personally approached the student once he was out of class and in the hallway.
I also have a deep relationship with the student, and I'm also heartbroken by this too.
The gun reported stolen from Cottage Grove in September. Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says he does not know why the student brought it to class.
Obviously, our officers are working through that. Obviously, as a suspect, he's not compelled to give us a statement.
The incident led the district to cancel all of Follette and East High School's after-school events, including a basketball game between the two, out of an abundance of caution.
And this is very challenging to be in an environment at any time, whether a gun goes off or not, just to even have a thought in any facility that someone would have a gun in a place where we're supposed to be coming and teaching and learning. It's something we were all looking forward to, right? We had to cancel the after-school activities. We should not have to do that.
School officials are grateful to have gotten the tip, but Barnes says the incident points to a safety gap after school resource officers were pulled from the district before last school year.
The SROs are now phased out, and it's now incumbent on the school system to keep the kids safe. I'm just glad that our officers were not tied up on another call.
The district says it's doing everything possible to respond quickly when these situations occur, but that everyone needs to be committed to keeping kids safe.
And I ask that you talk to your children, talk to your neighbors, and making sure that everyone understands it takes all of us to have a safe place.
In Madison, Logan Reigstad, News 3 Now.
District officials say they can't comment on the students' past discipline records and are also looking at ways to provide extra support for students in the wake of the incident.
The situation at Follette being addressed separately from the one at Memorial. And breaking tonight, out of Waukesha, an apartment building being evacuated and is in, quote, imminent threat of collapse. This, according to an independent structural engineer, due to the compromised conditions of the structural columns on that building. The mayor's office says the building consists of 48 units, and all families are currently being evacuated by police and fire personnel who are going door to door.
Let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecasts now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Just starting to get a couple of drops of rain and a couple of flakes of snow in the backyard right now as a weak weather system passes by. The time-lapse from the WISC Skycam showed sunshine pretty much all day today with high temperatures up around the 50-degree mark, but the clouds started to come in from the west just after sunset, and now you can see some light rain and snow showers moving through parts of central and western Wisconsin. The rain-snow line right about through the Madison area. So north of Madison, mainly snow. To the south, mainly rain and a mixture in between. But as you take a look at pinpoint visibilities, they're all right around 10 miles, so it's not coming down very hard. And temperatures here in Madison, we're at 39 degrees. Just all of southern Wisconsin seeing temperatures at or above freezing. So I'm not looking for anything to really stick to the ground. If there is, just some minor accumulations on grassy surfaces north and east of Madison. Otherwise, temperatures will hold nearly steady overnight and then climb to a high of about 44 for tomorrow, so not quite as mild. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast. It does include some better chances for accumulating snow as we head into next week.
But a bed is not a bed in healthcare. A bed is a room, nurses, CNAs, our EVS staff to clean the room, and physicians to take care of that patient. And COVID-19 patients are extremely labor intensive. So one COVID patient may take away up to 3 beds for a different type of disease.
Wisconsin health officials say the situation in state hospitals is as bad as it has ever been during the pandemic. Yesterday, the state set a new record for single-day cases in 2021. On Tuesday, there were also 688 people on ventilators with COVID-19. That's the most ever during the pandemic. And getting a look at today's numbers, just about everything is on the rise. 5,100 new cases reported. That's over the past 24 hours, as the 7-day average of daily deaths is also now up to 20.
COVID-related hospitalizations are on the rise statewide, with 97% of ICU beds in use. This means most hospitals are either near or at capacity. Tahlil Mohideen joins us now with what this means for patient care.
Area healthcare officials say this time of year, hospital admissions are usually on the rise. But while that's usually manageable with COVID-19, the pandemic, it's putting a strain on the healthcare system. Area hospitals are running out of space to treat their patients.
We do have patients who, if they come to the emergency department, sometimes can wait the better part of a day or half a day for admission because we're waiting for beds to open up.
Seeing a rise in COVID-related hospitalizations statewide.
We are seeing sicker patients now. We are seeing patients that are younger, that are unvaccinated from a COVID hospitalization standpoint, and we're also seeing patients stay in the hospital a longer period of time.
Less available beds means patients needing potentially life-saving treatments may find themselves on a wait list.
I was told today that they've called 37 hospitals.
Julianne Quella says, according to doctors in Reedsburg, her husband's condition is high priority.
Surgery. That's the only thing that's going to stop all of this, is to have the surgery.
A surgery that would require a transfer to another hospital.
I'm frustrated that they've waited this long for something that is a life-saving situation. Open up a room if you don't have a room.
But making room isn't so easy.
Ultimately, hospitals can only expand so much, and every time they expand, there's usually a decrease in the quality of the care that you can deliver because you're asking people to do more work with less.
Local healthcare officials say they're working with the state to explore alternative healthcare options, but say it's too early to talk specifics. They are once again urging people to get vaccinated and follow best practices.
The Omicron variant of the virus has now been detected in the Midwest. Health officials in Minnesota announced today they have confirmed their first case in Hennepin County. The man had recently traveled to New York City. Additional cases of Omicron were also confirmed today in Colorado, Hawaii, and New York. With the Omicron variant now here, President Biden is pulling out all the stops to contain it. Beginning next week, the Biden administration will require all international air travelers to get tested within 1 day of departure to the U.S. instead of 3.
Now, as we move into the winter and face the challenges of this new variant, this is a moment we can put the divisiveness behind us, I hope.
The administration will also extend mask mandates on public transportation through mid-March, launch family vaccination clinics, and require health insurers to cover 100% of the cost of at-home COVID tests.
A new survey shows most vaccinated adults plan to get booster shots. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, 60% of them said they'll definitely get a booster or already have. People who identify as Republican and young Black and Hispanic people reported they are less likely to get a booster shot. Overall, 69% of adults older than 50 said they plan to get the shot or already have. And as always, as we learn more about the Omicron variant, be sure to stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for any news and updates. Dane County Sheriff's Office says an investigation into a stabbing case at a Dane County park may be wrapped up this week. This was that incident at Fesky Park back in October near Cross Plains. Deputies say they responded to a report of a suspicious person when an alleged suspect reportedly stabbed an officer. At the time, authorities said the deputy fired her gun at the suspect, but they didn't know if the suspect was hit. The investigation was then handed over to the Department of Justice, which has not given an update on the case in more than a month.
An incredible situation today right outside of the United Nations in New York City. A man armed with a shotgun in a standoff for hours with the NYPD. The suspect was holding the gun under his chin. Negotiators spent hours trying to convince the man to give up. Eventually, he removed notebooks from a backpack. Police behind a blast shield retrieved them, and after the man saw police deliver the books to a UN official, he surrendered. A sad day in Mukwonago as 8-year-old Jackson Sparks is laid to rest. The third grader was killed in the Christmas parade mayhem, as were 5 adults. Visitation was open to the public, but it was during a private time we saw several boys and their families arrive, all wearing Waukesha Blazers jerseys. Jackson Sparks was part of the organization. Well, there's an element to the parade tragedy that is still lingering for some kids. What happened to Santa and Mrs. Claus?
Some parents say their young children are asking that question since the Clauses are always the final float in that parade. Nick Bohr reports.
In the wake of the Waukesha parade tragedy, questions linger, especially in the minds of the littlest attendees.
It was crazy.
Katie Albright, who told us this week how her young daughter was injured, says she's tried to reassure her young children. One of the more heartbreaking questions, she says, centers on Santa.
We've been struck now with the difficult questions from our kids of, why did this happen? Is it going to happen again? Is Santa okay? Did Santa get hurt?
We tracked down Waukesha 4K teacher Maria Zagorski, who has a special relationship with Mrs. Claus as well as Santa, and was there at the staging area with the float.
They were on the float. It was a new float. It was beautiful. It was so exciting. They were so excited.
She says there were even reindeer, but Santa and Mrs. Claus's part in the parade never began.
Now, all of a sudden, you know, everything went very sad, and we heard that the parade was canceled, and they were very sad and worried, but the policemen were there and told them that they would take care of it.
Zagorski wants kids to know Santa and Mrs. Claus weren't hurt and will return to Waukesha.
I knew that they were okay, and I felt bad for the children who couldn't see them, but I want the children to know that Santa and Mrs. Claus are fine.
That was Nick Bohr reporting. Again, 6 people were killed, more than 60 others injured when authorities say Darrell Brooks drove his SUV into that parade route. Prosecutors have now charged him with 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. When we come back, your updated forecast as temperatures are falling back down to a more seasonable level.
Plus, a tradition 99 years in the making continuing tonight outside the White House. We'll show you next.
E-bikes, an over-the-top gift.
But how do you know which e-bike?
Get a 50% off gift certificate. A $1,000 e-bike is just $500 with a 50% off gift certificate. E-bikes, the over-the-top gift from Crazy Lenny's. Half price.
I became an orthopedic surgeon for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
To help you take walks again. To ease your pain.
To rebuild your strength.
And at every step along the way,
we take the time to answer all your questions.
We're here because we care.
We care about you.
You. They care about me.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics. Listening, healing, caring. It's in our nature.
Now at Century House. Give $50 or more to charity and receive $400 off stressless Mayfair recliners and office chairs, $200 off any stressless recliner and office chair, and $200 off each stressless sofa seat. Don't wait. It's time for stressless. Donate and save at the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
F-150 and an available Pro Power onboard generator, you're not just ready, you're holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
Are you okay?
Oh, it's just a cold. If you have high blood pressure, a cold is not just a cold. Unlike other cold medicines, Coracetin provides powerful cold relief without raising your blood pressure. Be there for life's best moments with Coracetin, now in sugar-free liquid.
That's not bacon, it's sausage.
Whoa.
Behold, Johnsonville sausage strips. Sausage that looks and cooks like bacon. It's a meaty miracle. Find them in the bacon section, even though they're sausage.
E-bikes, an over-the-top gift.
But how do you know which e-bike?
Get a 50% off gift certificate. A $1,000 e-bike is just $500 with a 50% off gift certificate. E-bikes, the over-the-top gift from Crazy Lenny's, half price.
Bundle up your family for a stroll amid nearly 1 million twinkling holiday lights.
We'll tell you how you can take part in the frosty fun at Madison's Henry Vilas Zoo.
And we're gearing up for an active pattern headed into next week. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. The UW system today naming 21 people to the committee tasked with replacing outgoing UW-Madison Chancellor Rebecca Blank. The Chancellor's Search and Screen Committee is made up of students, professors, regents, and community members. Blank announced in October she is stepping down at the end of the academic year to become the president of Northwestern University. Governor Tony Evers is following through on a promise he made months ago to use millions in federal funding to support Wisconsin's public schools. During a press conference this morning at a Milwaukee area high school, Evers announced $110 million of federal coronavirus relief funds will be distributed to all Wisconsin school districts.
The family of a leukemia patient who contracted Legionnaire's disease at UW Hospital back in 2018 has now filed a lawsuit seeking damages in his death. Siblings of 66-year-old Dennis Fry filed a wrongful death lawsuit in Dane County Circuit Court. He was one of 14 patients who contracted Legionnaire's and one of 3 who died. UW officials at the hospital announced the outbreak in November 2018, saying the problem appeared to be the result of reduced water flow during times when demand was low. As we get closer to the holidays, the U.S. Postal Service looking to hire all across Wisconsin, focusing mainly on rural mail routes. Right now, the state needs about 400 to 500 rural carriers. Urban carriers are still also needed. The jobs have a starting pay of more than $19 an hour. Fans of cilantro can now smell like it. This is courtesy of Chipotle. Today, the restaurant chain announced it's selling cilantro soap online. Chipotle says it is 100% real and is a great gift for both lovers and haters of the herb.
Well, this weekend, the Burger King Whopper is celebrating its 64th birthday. To do so, the fast food chain is offering it for its original price tomorrow and Saturday. That's just 37 cents. But here's the catch. The deal is only available through Burger King's Royal Perks Rewards program on its app. Panera is getting into the holiday spirit with a different take on a festive tradition. The bakery chain is releasing 4 ugly cups for the season. They feature misspelled reindeer, a deformed gingerbread man, and badly drawn snowflakes. Panera says it wanted to bring customers joy and laughter this year and remind them what's inside is what matters the most. In Washington, D.C. tonight, a ceremony dating back nearly 100 years continues.
President Joe Biden, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden flipping the switch to light up the national Christmas tree outside the White House.
3, 2, 1, Merry Christmas!
You heard LL Cool J there, the MC of the event that featured a number of musical acts. The First Lady received the White House Christmas tree last week. This year, an 18.5-foot Fraser fir from Jefferson, North Carolina.
And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a look at our certified most accurate forecast.
Well, we got some rain and snow showers moving in from the west. This looks pretty impressive, but for the most part, the precipitation is very light. In fact, a little wider radar perspective shows it extending back into parts of Minnesota, but temperatures are at or above freezing, in fact, mostly above freezing. So even in the areas that are seeing snow, it shouldn't be sticking to the ground. And as you take a look at pinpoint visibilities across southern Wisconsin, they're pretty much around 10 miles, meaning that the snow is not coming down at a very heavy rate. The snow in the northern part of the state has been eroding away. We'll probably not add anything from the snow that we're seeing tonight, but things could change as we head into next week. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for that mix of rain and snow showers overnight. Should not amount to much, but then we'll look for cooler weather. Highs today were around 50. Tomorrow they'll be in the mid-40s. They'll be back to the upper 30s on Saturday. Sunday will be in the lower 40s with some rain showers, but then we'll turn colder next week with the possibility for some snow accumulation as we head from Tuesday into Tuesday night. Now, future track beginning at 6 a.m. Tuesday morning shows an area of snow out to the west, streaking eastward and moving through much of southern Wisconsin. This is 5 p.m. on Tuesday into early Wednesday morning. By then, it's just tapering down to flurries and then moving away from us. As far as the snowfall amounts, a couple of the longer range future track computer models showing about 1 to 2 inches over southern Wisconsin. The other one, about a 1 to 3 inch snowfall. Both models have heavier amounts. In fact, fact, perhaps some significant snows up in the UP of Michigan and far northern Wisconsin. A lot of that will be lake effect off of Lake Superior. High temperatures today across the country did not look like December. It was in the 60s and 70s to our south. In fact, 4 states set records for the warmest temperature ever in the month of December. Wyoming, Montana, Washington, and North Dakota did that. And in fact, in British Columbia, they set a record for the warmest temperature ever in Canada during the month of December at 72.5 degrees. But that's because the jet stream has pushed up to the north, so much of the western part of the country is mild and dry. Eventually, as that jet stream starts to sag to the south behind this little weather system here, we'll start to gradually cool down, and then the storm track will shift farther to the south, and that will give us better chances of precipitation as we head into the weekend and early next week. Much of this precipitation, again, looks pretty impressive. It's in the vicinity of this front here that divides a little colder air to the north to milder air to the south. Temperatures north of the front around freezing, but again, you have to get up into central Wisconsin before you see temperatures that cold to the south. Temperatures are mainly in the 30s and 40s. So for tomorrow, look for the rain and snow showers to end early, and then we'll look for mostly cloudy skies in the morning. We'll turn partly sunny in the afternoon with a high temperature of 44. 7 to 10 day forecast, a little colder for Saturday, maybe some flurries Saturday night, changing to rain showers on Sunday with a high of 41. We'll turn windy and colder on Monday as the flurries come to an end. Best chances of accumulating snow will be Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening. Flurries end on Wednesday, colder for Wednesday, and then temperatures mid-30s for the end of next week. Maybe some snow shower chances about Friday and Saturday.
And coming up in sports, the I-94 rivalry resumes Saturday in Madison, while Wisconsin says they're treating the big game against Marquette like it's just any other game. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Every single day, we help families that have been tragically impacted in truck crashes. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. Truck crash? Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill Butterburger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time? Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you. Welcome to Delicious.
At Security Health Plan, we're celebrating you. And you. 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 And you. By offering affordable Medicare plans with special perks just for you. Register for a seminar or personal appointment to learn more.
Chevy is taking people lots of places this holiday.
We're going sledding!
We're going to find the perfect tree.
We're going to Nana.
Let your Chevy dealer take you there with Chevy Red Tags, where the price you see is the price you pay.
Happy holidays from Chevy.
Find new places, find new roads. Very well qualified buyers may also be eligible to get 2.49% financing plus $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. And you may qualify for $500 bonus cash on most Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups when you find your red tag.
We're here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, where we're highlighting some unique playing styles.
Yeah, Jerry. Take Marge and Carol here. They're sure having fun. And notice what appears to be a lucky troll dial on this machine.
Oh, and look, that's the famous bingo card tap. That one always brings good luck.
And check out the form on this pull. That's gotta be a lucky bracelet.
Looks like you got your own lucky bracelet.
What bracelet?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
All right, here we go. Miller in motion. Wait, is that a baby on the field?
It looks like it, Craig.
And the defensive linemen are playing peekaboo. I've never seen anything like that before.
Harris now appears to be burping the baby.
That's a great moment right there.
Ref going to the rule book here.
Well, wait a minute. Harris is off to the races.
We don't need any more trick plays.
Touchdown!
But we could all use more ways to save.
Are you kidding me?
That's got to be a long bus ride home for the defense.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
One call, that's all.
It was a one call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all it takes. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
It's officially rivalry week for the Badger men's basketball team. Wisconsin welcomes Marquette to the Kohl Center Saturday to renew the I-94 rivalry. And when you think of this game, you think of Valando Tucker, John Lure, heck, even Brevin Pritzel had a huge performance against the Golden Eagles. Now, this game is a big deal, but Greg Gard and company aren't trying to overhype themselves before tip-off.
Have two in-state teams battle it out, and two really great programs with great coaches and a lot of great players, and they've had a lot of success over the years. But for us, it's just another game. We're excited to compete.
It's an important game, but for us, it's the next game. So the next game is always going to be the most important game, and we've always taken that mindset and that approach with it. But obviously, they've got a good team. They're playing well, so it'll be a great contest.
The Bucks up north taking on the Raptors. Pat Connaughton starting with Giannis resting on the bench. Chris Middleton looking like Aaron Rodgers with that pass. Drew Holiday catches it and then gets the bucket and the foul. Holiday scored a team-high 26 points, but they couldn't slow down Fred VanVleet. He lays it up and in. Game-high 29 from him. Bucks fall 97-93. Whitewater and winning go hand in hand. The Warhawks have been to the Stag Bowl 10 times and have come away with 6 national championships. This season, the odds of a 7th is looking pretty good, but as Jordan Reed found out, that success is made possible by them sticking to their process.
Winning is synonymous with Whitewater.
People come here to win.
And the product that the Warhawks put on the field each and every week is nothing short of impressive.
It's not that easy. We put in the work. When we screw up or mess up, we're going to look at it and we're going to fix that. And that's why you see our offense doing well, our defense doing well, and our special teams making plays. Everybody doing their job, not trying to be too much, not trying to do too much. Just focus on your job and whatever you have to do.
Undefeated and ranked 3rd in the nation means nothing to this group. They keep their focus on the present.
The next practice is the most important practice of the year. When you keep it focused in that manner, you keep players humble, you keep yourself humble. You're not focused on your victories. You're not focused on your failures. You're ultimately focused on what do we have to do to get better individually and collectively.
So while the team knows what could be waiting for them at the end, they're just looking to go 1-0 each Saturday.
Yes, that bigger concept that is down the road potentially, you got to concentrate on the present. You got to be in the present of what you have to do at this moment.
Starting with a quarterfinal matchup against another unbeaten team, Central. In Whitewater, Jordan Reed, News 3 Sports.
Ben Garrity in the net for the Badgers. Wisconsin hosting the U.S. Under-18 team in an exhibition game, and it was a first period to forget. Logan Cooley goes corner pocket and scores the shorthanded goal to put the Americans up 2-0. And that scoring slump UW has been having, well, it continued. 42 shots, 0 goals. Badgers fall 4-0 the final. We're back after this.
Belly pooch, muffin top, back fat. Sound familiar?
Stubborn fat is not your fault. We can help you here at Sonobello by permanently removing that stubborn body fat.
It's not just about inches lost, it's about changing people's lives and giving them the confidence they deserve to have.
Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist with board-certified surgeons who are dedicated to transforming lives with permanent fat removal in just one visit.
We're the leading experts because we are passionate about what we do. Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it.
At Sonobello, we're here to help you reach your goals so that you can live your life to the fullest.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-740-3917 or go to sonobello.com.
F-150 and an available Pro Power onboard generator, you're not just ready, you're holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
Are you okay?
Oh, it's just a cold. If you have high blood pressure, a cold is not just a cold. Unlike other cold medicines, Coracetin provides powerful cold relief without raising your blood pressure. Be there for life's best moments with Coracetin, now in sugar-free liquid.
One of our biggest sales of the year ends soon. The Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories. Give your home that special touch. Huge store-wide savings at the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Hurry and soon. And for better sleep, come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions and see how easy it is now to shop for a mattress.
We protect more than the car you drive. We protect the dreams that drive you. The It's Not Where We Visit, but Who We Visit policy from American Family Insurance.
End of the road trip.
Protect yourself on the road with a travel peace of mind package, included when you enroll in the Know Your Drive program. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
$5 for the best kind of wings, paired with the best kind of celery sticks. Crinkle fries. Arby's, we have the meat.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Well, let's go back to Gary. One final check of the forecast.
Some light rain and snow showers are moving through southern Wisconsin. Looks pretty impressive, but you take a look at the visibilities. They're at or above 10 miles, meaning there's very little that's coming down too hard. And temperatures are also above freezing. Lower 40s over southwestern Wisconsin, mid-30s north of Madison. But that's still warm enough to keep the snow from melting or from accumulating on the ground. Look for a low tonight around 33, high tomorrow of about 44, and then we'll see a chance for snow on Tuesday of next week.
Gary, thank you, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.